In a world not so far from our own, there exists a land of wonders, a place where dreams intertwine with reality, and imagination knows no bounds. This land, known as Wonderland, is filled with enchanting creatures, magical realms, and perplexing puzzles. However, it is not without its shadows. Beneath the beauty lies a darkness, a powerful force that seeks to dominate not just Wonderland, but also the hearts of those who dare to wander into its depths. Our story begins with a young girl named Ella, whose curiosity and courage lead her to embark on an extraordinary journey. This is a tale of self-discovery, bravery, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. Join us as we dive into the enchanting world of Wonderland, where every twist and turn reveals a new adventure, and where the fate of this magical realm hangs in the balance. Ella had always been a dreamer. Living in a quaint little town, she spent her days lost in the pages of fantastical stories and adventures. One fateful day, while exploring her grandmother's attic, she stumbled upon an ornate mirror covered in dust. Intrigued, she brushed off the grime and peered into its depths. To her astonishment, the reflection shimmered and warped, revealing a vibrant forest filled with colors she had never seen. It was as if the mirror was a portal to another world. With her heart racing, Ella stepped forward, and the moment she touched the glass, it rippled like water, pulling her through. Ella found herself in a lush, sun-drenched meadow, surrounded by flowers that danced in the gentle breeze. The air was fragrant with the scent of blooming blossoms, and the sky above was a brilliant blue. She gazed in awe, realizing she had entered Wonderland. As she ventured further, she encountered a curious rabbit wearing a waistcoat, who looked at her with wide, startled eyes. "You're not from here, are you?" he asked, twitching his nose. "No, I'm not," Ella replied, excitement bubbling within her. "I'm Ella. What is this place?" "This is Wonderland," the rabbit exclaimed. "But beware, for it is not as simple as it seems. Darkness lurks in the corners, waiting to consume the unwary." Intrigued and slightly unnerved, Ella continued her journey. Soon, she reached a grand castle with towering spires and dark clouds swirling ominously above. As she entered, she was met by a figure cloaked in shadows, a woman with piercing eyes that seemed to see into her soul. "I am the Dark Queen," she said, her voice silky and smooth. "You've come to my domain, child. What do you seek?" Ella felt a chill run down her spine but stood tall. "I seek adventure and understanding. I want to know why this place feels both beautiful and terrifying." The Dark Queen smiled, though it didn't reach her eyes. "You are brave, little one. But understand this, in Wonderland, light and darkness are forever intertwined. To find your way, you must confront your fears." Determined to learn more, Ella left the castle and ventured into the enchanted forest. The trees whispered secrets, and magical creatures peeked out to watch her. It was here that she met a wise old owl perched on a branch. "You seek knowledge, do you not?" the owl hooted. "But knowledge comes with a price. You must confront the shadows within yourself to truly understand this world." "What shadows?" Ella asked, her heart pounding. "The doubts, the fears, and the insecurities that linger in the depths of your mind," the owl replied. "Only by facing them can you harness the light within." With newfound determination, Ella began her journey of self-discovery. She faced visions of her insecurities, the fear of failure, the doubt that she wasn't brave enough, and the loneliness that sometimes consumed her. Each confrontation was challenging, but with each victory, she felt stronger and more empowered. The light within her began to grow, illuminating her path. As she emerged from the forest, she realized that she was no longer just a visitor in Wonderland, she was becoming part of its magic. However, a storm was brewing on the horizon. The Dark Queen, sensing Ella's growing strength, unleashed her dark minions to capture the girl who dared to defy her. Shadows swept through Wonderland, spreading fear and despair. Ella knew she had to act. With the guidance of her newfound friends, the rabbit, the wise owl, and other creatures she had met, she devised a plan to confront the Dark Queen and restore balance to Wonderland. The day of reckoning arrived. Ella stood at the gates of the Dark Queen's castle, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and resolve. With her friends by her side, she called upon the light within her, channeling the courage she had found during her journey. Inside the castle, shadows swirled violently as the Dark Queen awaited her. "You've come to face me, little girl," she taunted. "Do you think your light can defeat the darkness?" Ella took a deep breath, remembering all she had learned. "It's not just my light. It's the light of everyone I've met here, and the courage to face my fears. Together, we are stronger than you think." A fierce battle ensued. Ella summoned her inner strength, and the light radiated from her, pushing back the shadows. The Dark Queen unleashed her darkness, but Ella's determination illuminated the room, revealing the truth hidden within the shadows. As the light grew brighter, the Dark Queen's facade began to crack. "No! This cannot be," she screamed as the shadows around her faltered. "You are not just darkness, you have the potential for light too," Ella said. "You can choose to change." In a moment of vulnerability, the Dark Queen hesitated, her power wavering. Ella stepped forward, offering her hand. "Join us. Embrace the light within you. We can restore balance to Wonderland together." The Queen's eyes softened, and for the first time, Ella saw the fear behind her darkness. I don't know how," the Dark Queen whispered. "You start by choosing to let go of the shadows," Ella encouraged. With a deep breath, the Dark Queen accepted Ella's hand, and in that moment, the darkness began to dissipate. As the first rays of sunlight broke through the storm clouds, Wonderland began to transform. The flowers bloomed brighter, and laughter filled the air once more. The Dark Queen, now free from the chains of her own darkness, stood by Ella's side, humbled but determined to make amends. "You have shown me the path to redemption," she said. "I will help you protect this land and guide others to find their own light." With peace restored in Wonderland, Ella felt a tug at her heart. It was time to return to her world, but she knew she would carry the lessons she learned forever. Standing before the shimmering mirror, she turned to her friends. "I will never forget you all. You've taught me that courage and compassion can light the darkest paths." As she stepped through the mirror, she felt a warmth envelop her, a promise that she could return whenever she wished. Back in her room, Ella opened her eyes to find herself surrounded by familiar sights. But she was changed. The bravery she had discovered in Wonderland sparked a new passion for sharing stories and helping others face their fears. In the following years, Ella became a storyteller, traveling to schools and communities, encouraging others to explore their own wonderlands and confront the shadows within them. She shared tales of courage, hope, and the enduring power of light over darkness. And every now and then, on particularly bright days, Ella would glance at her grandmother's mirror, a smile creeping onto her face, knowing that Wonderland was just a heartbeat away, waiting for her next adventure. Years passed, but the legacy of Ella's journey continued. Children would gather to hear her stories, eyes wide with wonder, and hearts open to possibility. And as they listened, they too began to find their own light, breaking free from their fears and insecurities. In the heart of Wonderland, the once dark castle stood transformed, a beacon of hope and redemption. Ella's story had become part of the fabric of this magical land, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, the light within can shine through, illuminating the path for all who dare to dream.